to the store in a minute. So we talking about growth. We talking about my journey. I'm just kind of on my computer a little bit distracted, just looking at the emails that I got. I'm about to get ready to go to the store in a minute. I'm finna go to the store. So I'm gonna just see who gonna connect. I was on here Saturday, earlier in the day, and I talked to a few people on here. Like it was a few people that connected. What I do notice is I'm growing. I'm growing online. I noticed it. I noticed a lot of people notice me. Like I instantly people be coming. It's like a slow. It's like it's slow, but then it kind of start to grow quicker and quicker. And I'm trying to respond to all the comments. I try to respond to everyone. Yeah. So yeah, and I got this new job. I'm gonna start soon. So congratulations on that. Yeah. So at least I plan on starting soon, but we need to see how the process finna work out because I pretty much got everything in order with it, and they let me know they want to, proceed. So I think that's gonna be a good situation. Cause like I said, I already work and stuff, and got my business going and stuff like that. But I still feel like I want to have something like a base pay or something like that. And I'm still growing my business. I'm doing really good. But it just take time and take patience. When you try and grow your own stuff, it's kind of harder than just trying to find somebody else to hire you and stuff like that. It's harder to grow your business than to work for somebody else. That's what I noticed. It take time. It take confidence. It take motivation. It take promotion. It take for people to be on the same page you on. Like it take time. It's not easy. I thought it was easy. But now, I mean, I ain't gonna say I just always thought it was easy, but like the idea that I always had and start my own business, like, it's easy if I just start my own thing. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm like, it's easy if I just start my own business. That's what I thought. But now it takes time. It takes time. But I feel like once you there, you there. It's just point blank. You gotta be over consistent. It's really a lifestyle. Having your own business is more of a lifestyle than just like a 9 to 5. It's more like, okay, I gotta live it, I gotta sleep it, breathe it, dream it, 24/7. So it's like having your own business requires a lot more time than just working for somebody. Working for somebody is easy to just get up and just do it. But like I say, I'm working freelance, so freelance is cool because it give me flexibility. But see, I don't feel like I can easily plan for stuff because it's freelance. But it's like the fact that you got time definitely is like a plus. But I feel like if you're looking for just pure financial stability, when you start your business, you probably do what would need to have some type of base income going where you just like, have a set income. So, yeah, the job, they just told me that everything is good at this point. So I'm just waiting to officially start it. But I'm still going to be working on my interpreting and doing what I normally do. Yeah, I think these mosquitoes bit me. I was in Oaxaca and was it Huatulco, Huatulco. That's part of Oaxaca, and then I had went to Masunte. So it's a part of Oaxaca, like a little small town, and I was in the cabin, and yeah, the mosquitoes kind of tore me up, but yeah, I mean I'm not gonna lie, I liked it, but I don't think I can just stay there for no long time without having like some type of like I got like some little plugs or something like I plug in like some type of mosquito repellents. Like I definitely should have brought that, but I didn't think about it. But I would about 2 or 3 of them. Cause it's like the mosquitoes will tear you up. And I had some spray, but it worked for a second. But if they constantly coming in, I feel like you need some. But like I say, next time I definitely will. If I ever go back, I definitely will be or any go anywhere with a cabin. I definitely need to bring like some repellent. But actual like it's like plugs though, like plugs that you plug up. Like they have a little liquid in it. And you plug them up, and then it helps the mosquitoes. It get rid of the mosquitoes. It kind of repels them. But I feel like if you just in an area like that cabin, kind of like sort of, I mean, it's enclosed, but it's obvious that stuff can get in like insects and stuff, and So I just was like, okay, I gotta bring. But I liked it. I loved it. I loved it. It was a good experience that I had never really lived before. for the first time, and I've been in Mexico almost 6 years. But I just still continue to do lives even though nobody ain't watching this because I started out nobody wasn't watching because I didn't have social media. I was around before social media existed. I'm sure a lot of people follow me was around way before we had social media. I just feel like things are the same. It's just a different way this stuff is done. Like it's just like the format changed, but it's still really the same thing. You know, things now to depend more on the algorithm and stuff like that. But I'm sure networks probably had the same way, like the broadcast TV in the 90s, 80s, and stuff. I'm sure they probably had like a certain way where it was some type of maybe not no algorithm where it was like artificial intelligence or nothing like that. Because I feel like AI take over a lot now. Because it's like I feel like even doing YouTube videos, it's like some type of AI that kind of determine who see the videos, who don't see them. So, but I just been pushing because what else can I do? Like this is it. This is what I'm doing. I mean, I'm doing languages, I'm doing lives, I'm doing dancing. So I feel like what I'm back and I never can back down because I love doing what I do. And I'm not really expecting much, but I feel like when something meant to be, it's meant to be. So I just say just do the live anyway, even though ain't no people watching. And they can come watch later, they can come like later, they can subscribe, they can do all that, because they can see this later. But it's very, very difficult. Like, I've been trying to get them to pay me. I ain't even not gonna lie. It ain't been my main focus, but I always wanted to reach that threshold where YouTube actually pay you some money. I mean, I heard it ain't really number a couple dollars change or something like that. Especially if you ain't got that many followers. But it's not my main motivation. But I'm like, okay, that would be nice. But I know it's been hard to get to like it used to be like I think 10,000 viewing hours, I think. Something like that. And then they cut it down. You can correct me if you remember, but then I know they cut it down. Like mine's like at 3,000. But I know I don't do long videos. And the reason why I'm not gonna lie, because I did some long videos before. And it was really like years ago, like when I first started, really when I moved to Mexico. Like I had YouTube for a long time, but I had did some long videos before. And man, they really wasn't really going nowhere like that. So I'm like, should I still continue to invest my time in doing the long videos if the short videos is what's really getting the attention and really getting people to really... Because, I mean, you got to have a strategy to me. That's how I look at it. Like, even though I love doing what I do, I still feel like it has to be some type of strategy involved in it. Like, in not chasing everybody to like you. That's one thing that I kind of struggled with before because... Like, even just me in my head, like, just when I'm just, like, I done been around crowds and stuff, and not everybody is grooving the same way you groove. And I'm like, okay, I got all my music, I'm listening to my music, and I can sort of tell the way the crowd engaging. Shit, it can be family, it could be anybody I'm around, or just any, like, crowd or something, and I'm like, okay, I got this music going. Like, when you pretty much could feel the room, and I'm like, okay, I can tell they ain't really into this ain't really, and I done been like, okay, man, like, you know what I'm saying? But it'll kind of discourage me a little bit. But I'm like, you got to keep being you. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. We got billions of people in the world. There's no way that nobody's not going to like the same stuff you like or similar or like, come on in. Like, I done seen some people post some things this like, I'm like, how do they have like 1,000 likes? So how do they have like, and I'm wondering like, okay, how do they, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a competition. I think you just gotta be you 24/7, even if ain't nobody watching. But I think tonight I'm gonna probably end this live a little early. One thing, I got more confidence. I got more confidence to do a live. Because at first I'm like, okay, no, I ain't doing it. Ain't nobody watching. But it depends on like when I get on here. Like I say, Saturday was a little jumping. And then I kind of sort of thought like, okay, maybe if I do the lives at night, then but it's so random that it's like, you know what I'm saying, so inconsistent. It's like freelance work. Like the freelance work I do is very inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? I work every day, but it's not something where it's like I can predict, like, okay, how many hours I'm gonna work today, how many hours I'm gonna work. So I love doing what I do because I love to interpret and help people out. But I feel like the YouTube algorithm and all this is just so unpredictable. And like I say, the only thing keep me going is really my passion for what I do. Like just talking to people, just spread languages, French, English, but yeah, it's been times in Spanish. It's been times I gave up a lot of times just because of that reason. I'm like, okay, I'm doing all this work. I'm doing my lives, and ain't nobody watching. So that discourage everybody. You know what I'm saying? But when you got a talent and you love doing what you're doing, you gonna keep pushing. Stuff is gonna come. It take time. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? In the room, we got 3 people. But yeah, it take time. I done thought about giving up plenty of times. And it's like every time I thought about giving up, some just changed. Some just happened out of nowhere. Like it happened all the time. Like I'm like half a step of giving up and it's like, everything happened. Like right when I'm about to give up and it just keep happening like this. So I know I'm doing a good thing. I know I am. But see the thing about it, and then also when people connect on live and then I be like, oh, they gone. That used to discourage me. But what else can you do? You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing but be you. That's the only thing you can do. You can only be you. Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's going on? ¿Cómo estás? Bienvenidos. ¿Cómo ça va? Bienvenue. What language you speak? Trying to get a little action in here. About to get ready to go to the store. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? From Memphis to Mexico. I done told my story. I've told in my story. I'm loving to tell it. Because it's unlike anybody else's story. I need to write a book. It's unlike anybody else's story. My story is completely unique. It's inspiring. It can help people. I dance. I do a lot of stuff. But like I say, it takes a while to really get a business up off the ground. It take a while to do that. So I'm down. I'm down. I'm definitely gonna keep going. I ain't gonna slow down. I'm gonna keep going. I mean, just for the hell of it, really. I mean, with YouTube, you can't just really. It's not a good idea, in my opinion, to just start it because, like, okay, I want to make money. Like, it's just not even really to me designed for that. Like, to me, the system to me is more designed for you just really to be you. I mean, like I say, if you can get lucky, of all those people that we got on YouTube, like, the big YouTubers that maybe millionaires, maybe thousandaires, you can say, if you can get lucky, I know thousandaire ain't no word, but if you can get lucky like that, I mean, it's cool, but I feel like you can't just really go in just saying like, okay, I'm finna record these videos and finna be rich. If that was the case, everybody, I mean, I can't say everybody, but a lot of people be like, I'm gonna quit the job, I'm finna do this full time. It's not designed, in my opinion, for that. Because if it was designed for that, more people would. Right, it's a certain type of algorithm that I feel that is more like, okay, you gotta continue to just keep doing you. Even with that being said, it's not gonna be guaranteed that you finna make like a whole lot of money, you know what I'm saying, just because you being you. It's almost like you got a chance to get there. But it's like it's always better when you invest it emotionally in a way to where, okay, I'm just doing me. Like with all things I do, I just do what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? Dancing, French, and Spanish. I feel like you cannot worry about, oh, well, ain't nobody hollering you. Cause what can you do about that? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's no magical button on YouTube that you can just press and be like, let me pull in 10,000 people or 100. There's nothing you can actually do about this. It's more random. I feel like it's not really designed for you to be no rich person. I don't think it's impossible for you to do that, but I think it's more like a potential stream of income. Right. But I still feel like your talent and your passion need to be really why you invested in it. It's like as if I like to dance, right? You know what I'm saying? I was dancing way before social media ever hit. So then I had no possible expectations of like, okay, I'm trying to make money out there. But guess what? I was going downtown on Beale Street. Like I had my own type of thing that I did and it just happened. And this is part of my story too. That's why I'm interested. So back in probably 2008 or 9, around that time, I'd say 2008, because Beale Street in Memphis, I know it used to be when you had to be 21 to officially be on Beale Street after a certain time. Now, I was growing at that time, like as far as like, I don't know, like I tried to be in an environment where it was like, okay, because I was young. I was so young. So it was like, I wanted to just go somewhere because Memphis doesn't really have a lot. So I wanted to go somewhere where I could feel like a sort of groove, a little party and stuff like that. I wasn't even drinking. I wasn't drinking no alcohol at the time. And I could remember just going down there. And like I said, it'd be a lot of people down there. Normally on Saturdays be popping, normally Fridays be popping. But I'm just 20 years old at the time. This back in '08, '09-ish or something. It was definitely, it probably, yeah, like '08, somewhere around there. Maybe '09, early '09, but it was before I turned 21. So before I turned 21, I used to be on Beale Street. I used to go probably around like 7 o'clock, something like that. 8 o'clock used to go early. I think the sun was probably just going down. I go down there. And then I just got into dancing. Like social media was not around like it is now. Like it was around, like no question. Like I had my Facebook. I don't know if I had Instagram, but I know I may have had, I think Facebook for sure. But I would go down there and it was somebody like bands used to play music. And there was so much of a great entertainment that I love. So I used to go down there and I think one time they was like playing Mustang Sally. Like I like the groove of the, like they be like they boys cutting up down there. Like they used to be doing their thing and sometimes people used to be singing and stuff like that. But I used to go down there and they used to play music and I just got up one day and just started dancing. Just got up. And the people eyes was on me. They was watching me. They was like it was crazy. Like people loved that. I had my little braids, my little twists. So like Tevin Campbell had when he was on that Back to the World album. Cause I used to want to be like Tevin Campbell. Like, you know, I always liked Tevin Campbell, loved Tevin Campbell. And he had his braids. I loved it. In that video, he was like, I think in that video he had did was 19. He was 19 in that Back to the World video. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get my hair just like that. Cause I liked the Tevin Campbell braid, them little twist thing. I'm like, I love it. That was a nice video. So, he was looking nice in the video. So, at that time, I had went down on Beale Street, and I started a routine for myself. Like it was like, and it's like I'm thinking now, well, how did you do that then? Cause like I said, I was going down and I was getting tips. I was making money. Like I had my full-time job, which I was working for the health department at the time. But it just came. Like it wasn't nothing like now. Like now I'm just pretty much on the internet, you know, still dancing, still getting exposure. But at that time, I used to go down on Beale Street and the guy seen me dance to Michael Jackson. Like people love, even to this day, still love Michael Jackson. And I grew up on him, on Michael Jackson. You know, even though I really grew up in the 90s, but and like I said, Michael had been out for a while then, but I still really started heavy liking Michael about 2000, 2001, some like early 2000. I really got into it. And I went down on Beale Street one time. Like I said, I started to dance, just do my thing. And the guy said, come back. But I guess because he knew, right? Because see, like now I'm really, see, back then I was more like, just so invested in just going down there dancing on Beale Street that I never really looked at the like, I don't really want to say business side because like I said, I was just dancing. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was like a business, right? At least to the person that like wanted me to keep performing. Like he was like, you know, come back Saturday, come back. We gonna be down here tomorrow. You come on back down here. And I just loved this small town feeling. Like it was like you got the crowd there and I would just show up and he would see me. And I felt such like so welcome, so invited. And I would go down there and this was before I even turned 21. And they were like, Beale Street, Michael Jackson. Or they would like, it was like a show every weekend, every single weekend. So they'll start playing their music and I'll just show up down there. And boom, I started dancing. And people just loved that I danced. I used to walk on my hands. I was cutting up. And I was dressing like Michael Jackson, similar to Michael Jackson. I even had like the wig. I even had like the little jacket with the sequins on it. I had the glove. I ended up getting all that and just making it like something that I just did. Now, me looking back at that, that was smart to do. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I had never was thinking like, I'm gonna go down here and I'm finna make some money, finna make some tips and stuff like that. I ain't never think about that, I swear, ever. But it just happened. It's just was a result of the people that I was down there. You got this crowd, and I just was like, okay, I made money. Like I said, I was making pretty decent. Just like I don't feel like it was like to replace my full time job. But it was still like, okay, dang, this is money I didn't have that I was making when I was down there. And like I said, it was just purely for me just going and doing something that I just love doing. Like it wasn't even because like I'm just down here because I'm trying to make some. Never was about that. Like I said, I started going on Beale Street when I was like 20, 21. 21, no, it was before 21. Because I remember they used to be like, you can't get on, show your ID, and if you was too young, like sometimes I can get past it, but I remember they also used to say you gotta get off Beale Street. Like they actually go like sort of kind of inspecting and see who down there. And if you ain't a certain age, 21, and then I forgot I couldn't get into like certain bars. I don't think. Yeah, because they said in order to get in here, you gotta be at least 21. I was young. I wasn't even able to get in. So, like I said, as time passed, I got a little older and stuff like that. Started still going down there, still performing, still doing the same thing. I started to feel like stuff sort of kind of matured a little bit more. Like I got a little older, still in my 20s. I know I had stopped liking to dress exactly like Michael Jackson. I was like, let me just kind of sort of put my own flow to it, put my own style to it. I don't want to dress exactly like Michael Jackson no more. I feel like it was a lot of work, like me putting on the wig, me having the glove. Well, I still kind of kept the glove and kept like certain little things like the shoes and stuff. I still kept that, but they used to call me the Beale Street Michael Jackson. That was the thing. Now I be thinking like, could I just go back to that if I wanted to? But I feel like I am really still doing more of. I'm doing more of stuff that's authentically me, like not really necessarily trying to just straight up copy Michael Jackson. And I think that's why I sort of left everything like on that note. But I know when I left, the person over the band was like, I'm gonna lose my Michael Jackson. But the thing about it is he wanted me to come down there. I'm sure he was cool with me, but I never had like no friendship type of relationship, like, oh, let's call, talk to you, and let's go here. It was always sort of like just an addition or asset. That's what I would say. I was more like an asset to his business, but I was only in my 20s. Like they was going to like, I think Little Rock, Arkansas one time. I went there and they had like connections. I think they had gave us like a little free meal, a little free dinner. So I had some connections. I had been on I auditioned for American Got Talent. But yeah, I really did a lot. But I never think about that every second. But that's just crazy. Now me just really thinking about it, I really did a lot. Yeah, I really did a lot. Like I just, been doing this stuff for a long time. So it's just sometimes I think like, okay, why are you not really like I don't know, like at a larger type of or why don't you have more success? I sometimes question it, but I feel like I'm at a more mature mindset to where at this point is no room for me to fail because I done already had the experiences. Like, I done been on Beale Street dance, Michael Jackson, been dancing for most of my life. I'm 37 now, so it ain't too much now that I can see and say, like, if you going in and doing something right now, you know what you're doing now, like more than know. Knowing is an understatement. Yeah, but I just want to talk to y'all about that. Like I said, it is sometimes discouraging when you just don't have people watching you like on this live. But I just feel like it's always better to be you instead of not trying to not being you. Alright, so with this being said, y'all can watch this live later. I know it's been kind of long, but it'd be good if you watch the whole thing because it would help out my watch hours on YouTube. I think it help it out. I mean, it's not really my motivation for it. Okay, we got a person, hey, how you doing? What's up? It's not my motivation for that, but I still want to like, let y'all know y'all can definitely watch the live later at any point in any time. I think it is some valuable information in that. I done seen people that like everything is subjective, but I've seen people maybe not give. Well, I don't know. I can't just really say no information is valid, but there's a lot of people that's doing a lot on the internet and blowing up, and so I know it's possible for me to do that. But you know what? I just want to make sure that, like I said, I'm happy doing me, which I am, and spreading, this advice and this information to people and just being me. Hey, what's up? Don't leave. Don't scroll. Don't scroll. I'm telling people not to scroll. Yeah, but I done had a long conversation, and I just still stayed here and did it because I believe in me. All right, so now we finna roll out now. I done been on here almost 30 minutes. I done talked about my Beale Street lifestyle. I done talked about just just my life instead of being in Memphis. I think I said being in Mexico. So I never talked about this. So y'all check this live out later. And don't forget to go to www.russelltrilingual.com. Like, that's why I teach you Spanish, street Spanish. I could do professional Spanish, Spanish interpretation, basic to intermediate French. I haven't really got any customers quite yet. I have people ask about it. Some people ask about it, so that's a good thing. I can tell it's not really easy at all, but I mean, the only thing I can do is just have everything set up. I can be consistent, which I am doing my lives almost every day. I may take like a day or two off. I'm still doing the lives even though ain't nobody watching. So I feel like if you're doing everything that you want to do and you happy, I feel like by default you're going to eventually get there. But I still feel like I wouldn't blame myself if I never did get there. But I'm not a pessimistic person. But I feel like beyond being all you can be and doing everything that you can do, if it was just like worst case you never got to where you wanted to get to, I feel like, I mean, at least I would feel thankful. Like right now that I mentioned all my experience, I feel thankful enough for that to the point where I'm like, okay, that is getting somewhere, right? Like everything is not just about like, oh, this need to pay this or this need. Everything is not about that. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain way to do things. I understand it. And I feel like I'm eventually going to keep going. I don't think it's just a one said, just get there. Like, I don't think it's just like, oh, tomorrow I'm there. It don't work like that. I think it takes time. Like, it could take years, 10 years, 20 years. It takes time. You have to build on what you want. You have to build a foundation. You got to be consistent. You got to be that way. Even though it may not be nobody watching, even though it may be one person watching, you know what I'm saying? You still got to be consistent because my happiness really don't depend on the likes. My happiness really don't depend on who watching and not watching, which is great because I would have been gave up a long time ago. Yeah, but I appreciate y'all. So don't forget to subscribe, like, share. I'm going to keep this journey going. We almost hit 5,000. We ain't got too much to go. I'm surprised when I even got to 1,000. All right, y'all, but good night. Take care. I'll be on tour.